Krystle, and I live with my husband Alex and our cat Riley. Despite living with lupus, I try to enjoy life to its fullest. So come share in life's big and little moments with me. In my shoes.
Good morning, guys. It's 7 a.m. on Tuesday, or not Tuesday, Wednesday. Oh man, I have like hair in my face or something. I am so tired. First off, I got to bed kind of late, but also I was in a lot of pain last night. And so I think even if I had have gone to bed early, I don't think I would have slept very well anyways. It took me a long time to get to sleep and get comfortable, and I was just tossing and turning a lot. Good morning, Riley. Good morning, baby. Hi, baby. Yeah, guys, so I am so tired. I don't have very much sleep. But anyways, I have to get going to work in about an hour, and after work today, I'm leaving work at 1 or just before 1, and then I have to go to see the jaw specialist for a follow-up about my jaw, which I haven't mentioned to you guys. My jaw's actually been pretty good again. I had those 2 days, I think, a couple weeks ago where my jaw was really hurting a lot. And then after that, it was like, that was it. My jaw, I mean, it's been a little bit achy here and there, like, depending on what I'm eating. Like on the weekend when I was at my friend's and I was eating pizza, the pizza was a little bit tough, or whatever you want to call it. And so when I was chewing, my jaw was hurting a bit, but it wasn't hurting afterwards. Like it wasn't like before, where then I'd be in pain like all night long or whatever. So my jaw has actually been doing really well. And so I'm really thinking that the procedure has helped. So we'll see what the doctor says today. But and I forgot to mention what happened at my eye doctor appointment last week. I don't think I mentioned it, but like I said, everything was fine. Everything was normal, except the eye specialist, she said as usual, like my eyes were dry. So she wants me to really try to like remember to do the artificial teardrops. But also she found that my eyelids were irritated and a little bit inflamed. And so she gave me these instructions for eyelid care. And so I could either use some baby shampoo, diluted, but it sounded like a whole big like process to like dilute the shampoo and all this stuff to clean here and then rinse it and all this stuff. But she also said I could also just buy these eyelid wipes that basically do the same thing. So I picked up some on the weekend. I just do it like, I think she said like twice a week or something like that, because if you do it too much then it can get more irritated. But it ties in with the dryness of the eye. So I never knew that eyelids could have issues like that, but so I have to remember to do that too. I don't know, like I'm usually good about remembering to take my medicine, but the eye drops, I don't know. I always keep forgetting them. The only time I seem to remember them is if my eyes are burning. Well, yeah, that's really the only time. And I know I keep trying to say to myself, you know what, every time I take my medication, I should also put the eye drops in. But unless the eye drops are right there beside the medicine, I forget. So I really got to try hard to remember that, because I need to get these eyes, the dryness, under control. Anyways, I got to get some cereal. Haley is sleeping. over there. I left her there for the night. Once Shiloh and Jamie are sold, she will go in the bassinet in the bedroom. But for now, she's out here because she's new and I just want to keep looking at her and holding her. Actually, I pretty much do that. Anytime I get a new baby, they stay on the couch for a while because I like to have them right next to me when I'm watching TV and stuff for a while before I find them an actual spot in the house. So I just thought I'd show you guys that. Magically delicious. I also am so excited that it's September and I can finally put up the calendar that I got from the Rose Doll show. How exciting! Okay, so I uploaded today's video overnight, which is Haley's name reveal story detail video thing. So before I hit publish though, I need to go in and edit it so that I can make the end slate clickable. So edit, annotations, and then I need to find the end slate right here. And then as soon as the end slate comes up, pause it, add label, and then I'm gonna go over here and make this clickable with a link to an oldie but goodie video, which I now also have decided to add into the description, just in case you can't, for whatever reason, click on the link on the end slate. So if you guys don't know, the end slate has a button to watch an oldie but a goodie video. So it's a way to catch up on older episodes of Doll Break. When I first started having the end slate I started with episode 1. And then from there, episode 2, 3, 4. So I don't even know what episode I'm on now, but it's a way to catch up on old videos. Okay, so that's done. And then I need to go and add another one onto the previous episode. I need to make the subscribe button clickable thing. And then this, what I'm doing is I am making sure that these annotations don't pop up until the end slate does, because sometimes what YouTube does is they'll make it longer and then these annotations will pop up in the middle of your video, and I don't want that. I want it to pop up when the end slate pops up. Apply changes, and so that portion is done. And then I go into cards, and that way, if you're watching this on a mobile device and you can't click on the end slate, you can click on cards. So I can put my store here as well. Towards the end, I usually do another card for the previous episode, which they give you right there. Create card, tab, publish. Yay, the video is now live. So that, okay, Haley is in her watermelon onesie, all ready for the day. Give her her little Bambi lovey. And I'm ready too, so off to work I go. Oh, home at last. Oh boy, it is like an inferno outside. Holy moly. I think I might need to take my inhaler because I'm having trouble breathing. This weather is horrible. Thank goodness you get to stay inside, Riley. You don't have to experience the heat like I do. Hey, buddy? Yeah, Mommy's home. You're going to come up here? Come on. Come on, baby. Up. Yes, my little baby. Yeah, I love my Riley. You're a good boy. Yeah. So the doctor's appointment was super quick. They actually took me early for once, which was nice. And I was done just shortly after 2. And it was just basically a follow-up, just checking in to see how I'm feeling since the procedure, the jaw procedure. So anyways, I just let him know that I think there has been an improvement. And, you know, he asked me, like, if I ever have moments where, like, there's absolutely zero pain in the jaw. And I said, yeah, quite often I don't feel any pain at all. So, but coincidentally enough, my jaw is hurting right now. And I think it has to do with just them examining me, because they always have to press on the jaw and have me open and close my jaw so they can feel the joint, and they have to Riley, you're rubbing against, if the camera shakes, it's because Riley is rubbing on my hand that's holding the camera, right, buddy? Right? Yeah, so basically they just you know, they did that, and they had me open and close my mouth a lot and stuff, and they were just doing different things with my joints and stuff, so I think that's why it's sore right now. Yeah, so basically he just wants to see me back in 6 months to check on things and see if everything's still good. That's about it. So anyways, I had a comment left on, I think it was my box opening video this morning, that has really been bothering me all day long. And usually I don't let comments get to me, negative comments I mean. I'm pretty much used to hearing, you're crazy, or your dolls are creepy, or why don't you adopt a real kid, or why don't you have a real kid, or this and that, or stop wasting money on dolls, blah, 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 blah. I'm pretty much used to all those comments, and I get them all the time, and at first they bothered me, but I get them so often now that it's like, whatever. I just let them roll off my back and delete them. But this comment this morning really has bothered me, and I know I shouldn't let it bother me, but it has, because I had someone in the comments ask me how much Haley was, and usually I don't even know why I answered, to be quite honest, because usually I don't say really how much my dolls cost, just because it's my business, really, like no one else's. But anyways, I guess I had answered and told them, and they're like, oh, you know, that's reasonable, blah, blah, blah. And then I had someone respond saying, you paid that, like, for a doll, and yet you won't get Riley an ultrasound. And then they further went on to say that Alex is probably getting tired of the doll issue, and something about, like, you know, we're supposed to be saving for a house, and, you know, this probably puts a financial strain on Alex and all this stuff. And that just really bothered me, because for one, well, I'd say out of that whole comment, the main thing that really bothered me was them basically trying to make me feel bad for not getting Riley's ultrasound, and making it seem like I didn't want to spend the money on the ultrasound, but would rather spend it on a doll. And that is not the case at all. And I really feel like I don't have to explain or justify this, although I really feel like I had already explained it in the videos about Riley. It's not about the money at all. We have the money to pay for whatever we need to pay for with Riley, but the decision was made to not go ahead with the ultrasound because I have no intentions of putting him through cancer treatment. I just don't. And it's not, again, it's not because of money. It's because I know it will make him sicker faster and it will cause him stress and discomfort. And that was the only reason that we decided, because I went through it with my other cat Boots. Like, no, we never, knew exactly what was wrong with her when she got sick, but we had taken her to the vet and she had stayed over, I think 1 or 2 nights and had an x-ray done, and they had to shave the fur off both sides of her. I've already mentioned this. And, they were trying to drain fluid from her lungs, and, just those little tests and the overnight stays and the IVs and needles that she was on for those 1 or 2 days was enough stress that when she came back to us, she was sicker than she was when we took her there 2 days before. She was more sick, she was totally depressed, and she just did not come back to us the same cat at all, and she suffered. And I do not want my cat to go through that. I don't want to witness that again. And so that is why I decided this. And so therefore, I don't see the point in getting an ultrasound done when we're not going to follow through with treatment for whatever the ultrasound shows us. It just doesn't make sense to get that ultrasound for what? What all it will probably give us is a ballpark figure as to how long we have with him. And what's that going to do really? Nothing. Because I'm not putting him through chemo. I'm just not. He's a helpless, innocent animal. He is not a human being who can cognitively understand that, hey, I have cancer and I need to have these treatments. No, he's just going to be like, hey, I was just chilling at home and happy and comfy, and now you're dragging me to the vet every week to have me poked and prodded and pumped full of chemicals. So I'm not doing that to my cat because I love him, and I don't believe in putting an animal through that kind of crap. When really, from what the doctors told us, it probably won't really help anyway. And it most likely will make him sicker faster and make him more stressed out. And I do not want the last few months or years or however long we have left with him to be stressful and painful. Like I said, right now he's acting like himself. He's happy. He's content. And I just want him to stay that way. I don't want to have to shave his belly. I love his belly so much. I love how furry his belly is, and I love rubbing it and cuddling it and squishing it. And I don't want him to go through what Boots went through, because I could tell she was so depressed that she had been shaved because she was so particular about her coat of fur. And it just changed her completely, and she went downhill so fast after she came back from the vets. And I don't want that to happen. I want to try and keep him happy and comfortable for as long as I can. So it's just been bothering me all day. I've been trying not to cry because it is not that I don't want to pay to, if I knew that it was a simple little treatment, like a pill that he could take at home, because my other cat, Sneaker, had a thyroid issue, and we had to give him a levothyroxine, thyroid pill once a day. That was nothing. That was fine. That was not stressful for him, and it helped him. If it was just a simple treatment like a pill at home, that would be one thing. I would totally pay for the ultrasound to figure out what's needed, if it was just a simple at-home pill treatment thing. But to think of dragging him to the vet week after week to be in, hooked up to an IV, I don't like that. I don't like that. And I know that it would just make him more sick a lot faster. So that's the decision. And that's how I came to that decision, because I've already been through it with 2 cats. And Boots was the first, and she suffered so much in that last week. And I never want to go through that and witness that again. So, like I said, with Sneaker, we knew what to look for. And so we put him down quite quickly after we started seeing the signs, because we did not want him to get to the point Boots was where she was suffering. And that's how it's going to be with Riley too. I know what to look for, and I'll know when it's time. But until then, he's happy and he appears healthy. So why turn his world upside down? So I just wanted to put that out there, because that really bothered me a lot. And obviously Riley is way more important to me than dolls. And if I knew that it was a simple treatment, I would have definitely paid for that over a doll. So I just wanted to address that. Even though I know I don't need to explain it, it's just, I got to get it off my chest, because it's just been driving me crazy all day. And as for putting a financial strain on Alex, I don't know where in the heck they got that when they have no idea how we manage our finances. Like, that's ridiculous. I mean, the way Alex and I have always managed our finances from day one is when we get paid a certain amount from each of our paychecks is set aside for bills and for savings, and anything else that is left over on our paychecks is for each of us to keep as our own spending money to do with as we please. And we do not have to ask each other. We do not have to check with each other, because that is our own spending money to do with whatever we want to do with it. No questions asked. And that's how we've always done it. And so any money that I use for my hobby is my own money that I've saved up. My own spending money after bills and after savings. We always put into bills and savings before anything else. And that's how it's always been. So, and again, I shouldn't even be having to say any of this, because it's our business. But it just irks me when people think they know it all and they don't live here with us and they have no clue how we manage things. Like, give me a break. Yeah. So that just kind of ticked me off. And so I just had to say something about it. I just had to get it off my chest. So, hey buddy, you enjoying your food? You like it? He's been eating and drinking so much, guys. I love it. My baby. Yeah. You love that new food, don't you? Thank you so much, Nicole, and everyone else that recommended the Blue brand food, because he loves it. He's eating awesome, and at least I know it's healthy for him. Guys, it is... it's been a not so good night. I don't know what's going on right now, but I don't know. I'm in a lot of pain. And this is, a good example of how unpredictable lupus can be. I've been doing really well. I told you guys that just a couple days ago in my videos, that my pain has been really well controlled. I mean, I might get the odd ache here and there, but it's like my pain level when it gets to that point has been maybe like no more than a 3, which to me is like so much better than I was doing. And, you know, it's been great. And I was like, yeah, like things are going good. I'm feeling good. And then, I don't know, on the weekend, I was experiencing some pain in my feet, my ankles, my knees, and my hands. But it wasn't really, really bad. Like, it was uncomfortable, but it wasn't bad. And so, yeah, so this week, it's like, it's just been slowly creeping up and creeping up. And Tuesday and Wednesday, the bottoms of my feet have been hurting a lot to walk, and my ankles have been hurting, and my toes. And this morning it was quite bad. I was actually limping as I went to work, and so we actually didn't go anywhere today. We just stayed in mainly because of the heat, but also like it was good because I didn't have to like walk around in pain. But anyways, I went to my appointment and it was just my feet at that point. But by the time I got home, my hands were starting to hurt. And then just after dinner, my lower back started hurting. And then within a half hour, my entire back was hurting, as well as my feet, my ankles, my toes, my knees, my shins, basically my whole leg, all of my legs and my back, and then my fingers. And then it slowly traveled to where my wrists were hurting as well, and my elbows and my neck. And so basically within a couple of hours, my entire body was hurting. And so I just have been on the couch all night. I just watched my YouTube videos that I subscribed to, and now I've been watching some Friends, and Alex got me my heating pads. I have 2. This one is my favorite one because it's soft and it's long and flexible. I wish I could get another one of these. I got this in St. Jacobs when we went for our anniversary a few years ago, and I really like it, and I want to try and find another one like it. But I also have this one, but I don't really like it so much. It's very flat, and honestly, like it heats up too hot, and then it cools off quickly, and I don't know. I don't care for it so much. So really, like, I can only do 2 body parts at a time, which is annoying. So yeah, I think I need to invest in a electric heating blanket because sometimes my whole body hurts, and I think just having a basically body-sized heating pad on me it would do the trick. Although with it being like 40 degrees Celsius outside, literally I checked with the weather when I got home, and it said that it felt like 39, almost 40 degrees Celsius outside, guys. Like, so I can't imagine putting a heating blanket on me right now, but it does it, and I don't even know if it really helps, to be quite honest. I think it soothes a little bit, but I don't think it doesn't take the pain away really. So so it's kind of been a bummer because I haven't been able to cuddle with Haley like I wanted to tonight, because obviously, you know, when you get a new baby, you want to cuddle them all the time. Um, and so that's kind of been a bummer. So I've got her on my on the boppy pillow, just hanging out with me on the couch. So at least I've been able to enjoy looking at her and having her close to me, but I just can't pick her up and hold her because it would just cause the pain to get worse. So that's a bummer. And again, it just is moments like these that make me wonder about having a real child. I want it so bad, I do. It's, you know, a dream of mine that I've had my entire life. But it's moments like these when Lupus starts attacking me and I'm in excruciating pain and fatigue, and I'm thinking, if I can't even hold a doll that isn't even the weight of a real baby, she's only 5 pounds, you know, if I had a real child, what would I do right now? I mean, yes, I have Alex here to help me, but I just don't know, guys. I don't know. Like, what would I do? Honestly, like, so it's always on my mind, and life decisions that just turn in my head all the time, and I can't figure out what the right path or the right answer is. So yeah, I mean, I had some hope in the last few weeks because I realized how well I had been feeling and for how long I had been feeling good, minus the jaw issue, of course. And it was starting to make me feel hopeful in that, you know, maybe I could come off methotrexate at some point soon, which is the ultimate goal, because, you know, if I can come off of it successfully and still be okay, then, you know, I would be at a place where I could seriously consider conceiving, but until then I can't, because the medication would kill a baby anyway. But yeah, I just don't know. I mean, it's the only medication that's really helped me so far, and even now all of a sudden I'm having this happen. So the balls of my feet feel like they're swollen. I get that. I used to get that a lot when I was really in bad shape. It would feel like I had balls on the soles of my feet. And I wasn't sure what it was at first, but I think I've kind of realized it's probably some sort of swelling on the bottoms of my feet. Yeah, so that's been my night. Not so fun. Anyways, I think I'm going to end this video here because I'm going to finish watching this episode of Friends, and I'm going to take my sleeping pill because I know that I won't be able to sleep without it tonight because of this pain. Before Alex went to bed, we decided to try some of the painkillers that were left over from the jaw procedure, because I have a lot left over because I really didn't take a lot after the procedure. So I had codeine and I had an ibuprofen to see if that would help at all. And I think it's maybe helping a little bit. My arms are feeling a little bit better, but I think a sleeping pill will be good and I can get a good night's sleep. and get to bed at 11 so that I can get up at 7. So that's the plan. So I'm going to end this video here. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I hope that I will feel better tomorrow. All right, guys, see you in the next video. Good night. I think we have finally come to a decision in regards to what we're going to do with Riley. So I first off want to thank Lori of Crafty Lori. She's been a vet tech for over 25 years, and she has offered me a lot of wonderful